Hello, welcome. In our main dialogue, we have two students talking about school clubs. School clubs are very similar between American and Korean schools. For example, there are sports clubs, academic clubs, movie clubs, music clubs, and so many more. In our dialogue, they talk about soccer clubs. They talk about key points, such as the club name, how often they meet, where they meet, how many members are in the club, and what activities they do together. These are all very helpful points to remember if you want to talk about school clubs. You can start a conversation about school clubs by asking questions such as, where do you meet? Or what sort of activities do you do? How many members are in your club? And even how often do you meet? These are all useful questions to know when having a conversation about school clubs. Key phrases are useful for starting conversations and having conversations. If you are talking about classes, you may ask questions like, what's your major? How many credits do you take? Or, how was your final exam? These are terrific ways to start up new conversations. If you're talking about clubs, you may ask, do you belong to any clubs? Or, how many members are in your club? These are useful questions when talking about clubs. And if you're talking about the future, in the future, you may ask, what kind of job would you like to have after you graduate? Or, what are you going to do after you graduate? I'd like to tell you a big difference between American and Korean student groups. Have you ever heard of fraternities and sororities? Fraternities are for men and sororities are for women. These are organizations that students join and participate in during university. These clubs can be good or bad. If you are a freshman, they can be difficult because your senior members will force you to party, to drink, or do embarrassing acts. This is called hazing. Hazing is like torture. Hazing is a test you must endure in order to join the fraternity or sorority. Fraternity members live in their own house near campus. These are usually huge houses with dozens of rooms. The new fraternity members usually have to do all of the housework, cleaning, laundry, while the senior members can relax. Fraternity meetings and parties are held in these houses. Sometimes fraternity members must pay some rent if they want to live in the house. If you ask me, these houses are quite noisy, so studying can be really difficult. Different fraternities have different types of people. Some fraternities are full of really smart students. Some are filled with athletes. And some are party animals. And some are just super rich. Fraternity members add a lot of character to a university. Many times, fraternities will have special events that take place on university campus. For example, they may have fundraisers to make money for the school, or they might have athletic activities. All in all, fraternities can affect new students from all over the country and help build lifelong friendships. Sororities are just like fraternities, but sororities are for women. They do a lot of the same activities I described above. Just check out the movie Animal House, and you will learn a lot about fraternity life in America.